He touched me with his fours, with his motivational speaking. All right, the other hand touched me with his motivational speaking. He's just not the best shooter in the world, and not a lot of these guys.
Some people would argue differently.
Sorry, on the basketball court, off the court. Listen, I can smell Luka. Like, I just know what he smells like.
What does he smell like?
He smells...
Being mediocre isn't always a bad thing because
Clippers fan mentality. Clippers fan mentality. Being mediocre is okay.
Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nothing But Net. My name's Hectic Fred. We've got Winston Neville.
What's up, baby?
We've got Flaxy.
How we doing?
My team won. All right, I'll go for the Lakers.
The Hornets.
I know I've got
He goes for the Hornets,
Hey,
bro.
Hornets won too.
How
The
many-
Knicks lost. They got absolutely pumped, destroyed, and the Clippers suck as always. And
How many weeks are we going to have to wait for you to just be in your team's jersey? We had Bulls, we had Hornets.
Do you know how many?
Come on, bro.
I'm not wearing.
Bronny
I'm
and
not
Junior.
wearing a LeBron jersey, and I don't want to wear a Lakers jersey until Bronny's in the G League.
Get this man a Bronny Junior jersey. Somebody send it in.
someone-
Somebody sends me a Bronny jersey, he's going in the bin, bro. I would
open
burn
it
it.
live
I
on the
would burn
podcast.
it, but it's not even worth going to go buy matches or use gas on a lighter, bro. Anyways,
We'll get to Bronny soon.
we had the first 2 days of the NBA, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm wearing a LaMelo jersey because he headlined my fantasy team today and did a very good job and completed a good comeback against the Rockets. A lot happened in 2 days, bro. We've got investigations happening.
Yeah.
We've already got an injury, a couple injuries.
Yeah.
And, quickly got injured, and he's got him in fantasy. And I got fantasy Miller and Jonte Murray in one of my other fantasy teams. So I'm a little bit unlucky, but I'm still winning somehow because the other guys got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But long story short, a lot of drama.
They're both still out, you know.
A lot of drama, man.
Nobody wants to play.
Nobody wants to
You
play,
look at
man.
the 76ers as well.
They just want to play at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Unless you're Kawhi Leonard, then it's not his fault. After hearing that he's got like tendinosis in his knee, like Brandon Roy had the same thing, I can't blame him, man. I think he wants to play, but man, it's incredibly painful to play basketball with that injury.
I'd hope he wants to play.
Yeah. Well,
So do I as a Clippers
year,
fan. Struggling, you know. We should have him in this game. I think we win, but yeah, it's just sad to see, you know, that like even I don't know if he wants to play, but if he does, it's really sad to see that he wants to play and he can't.
He wants to play and he can't. I think it's fair to say. But we'll start off with the very first game of the season.
The great,
Do we have to?
Man, the New York Knicks, man. This guy was saying they're gonna win the league.
They are, bro.
They're gonna beat the Celtics and go fast.
the first part to acceptance is today.
And
a long season.
even me, man, they convinced me that I was sold on the Knicks,
They
bro.
built a team to beat the Celtics.
Man, I'm like, no, rim protection.
Clearly.
Al Horford was on the borderline of retirement, but I said, I'm going one more year. And then he's the only rim protector against Cat, who I thought would have cooked. Cat looked like, the Slay version of himself and not the
playoffs version.
that guy's just got no dog in him, bro. Like,
Cat.
yeah, like Cat's just a dog or cat in him, bro.
Yeah.
He's just got no animal in him. Maybe like a little rabbit, because he played soft like a little rabbit yesterday, and it was a bit rough to watch as Celtics reigned 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. One man
Times
especially
26 more times.
raining plenty of threes. Somebody that I traded Şengün for in my fantasy, Jason Tatum, and that's looking like a pretty dead even trade right now, but I think it could be in my favor because Jason Tatum looks... He's one man that actually changed his jump shot slightly in the offseason and it benefited him because he hit like 8 of 10 from 3 and everything looked hella smooth, and it was like I was watching Paul George low-key with how smooth everything was.
It looked like
I was shocked. I was at work. We had the game on. I'm doing my work and I have a big job due that day, and I'm looking at the screen. I'm just looking at Jason Tatum, just looking smooth as. And he was cooking the crap out of Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Without even dribbling the ball half the time. He was cooking him with jab steps. Mikal Bridges, man, I just can't with that guy. He's the next point. But we're just talking about how good the Celtics are. They are overpowered as hell. And they decimated you without the guy that you drafted, Kristaps Porzingis. It would have been even more ugly if
I
he
didn't
was
draft
playing.
him.
No.
Oh, as in the Knicks.
Knicks.
I think meant in fantasy.
The
Sorry, I'm
Knicks,
so
you
switched.
know.
Well, the game was so much worse for me as well because not only am I watching my team get cooked by Tatum and just every single time they put up a three, it went in.
swear.
It was like except for the last 12 when the record
Except when the record was up. I don't expect that from Boston. I expect that from the Clippers,
Yeah,
bro.
literally.
Always so close to greatness
Throwing shade
and
at my
falling
team for no reason, man.
and falling
It
short
was
as per
literally like,
usual.
I think there was either 5 or like 9 minutes or something left when they tied it.
Yeah.
And I was messaging. I had the graphic that I posted on our account ready to go. It said, broken record. I had to re-type it out to say tied record because they spent just like the
think the
entire
Bu-
game hitting threes and then just couldn't hit one after.
Who
they
has the
tied
record
it.
now?
So
The Bucks?
it's tied
Bucks.
with the Bucks.
Yeah.
So they're tied with the Bucks. But yeah, it was more painful for me because I'm watching Tatum hit all these threes as a Knicks fan, just destroying my team. And then I log on to fantasy and Fred, who I'm versing this as Tatum. And so it's just like, this hurts as a Knicks fan, this hurts as a fantasy player. This hurts as a Knicks fan, this hurts as a fantasy player. It was a nightmare.
He's projected like a top 4 team. He's literally losing to me by like 400
Yeah, literally.
after 2 days.
I just want to say, it
was
looked
so
like
painful.
Tatum took it personally after not winning
That's
Finals
why
MVP.
man,
and the Olympics thing as well.
Yeah, and just getting
benched.
benched in the Olympics. Like, he took it personally. He wanted to outshine everyone.
Real
You're
Jordan
looking
stuff.
at me, number 1 Celtic hater. I will buy every jersey that's ever existed in the basketball scene, and I will not buy a Celtics jersey because that's the team I'm meant to hate the most. It's the team that I do hate the most.
Well, I've got to ask you a question. Would you
What?
rather wear a Tatum jersey or Bronny James Jr. jersey? Yeah.
Hey, at least he's got Tatum in his fantasy team.
I'd rather neck. I would probably.
that out.
It's the only time I'm ever picking Bronny James. I'm not wearing a Celtic jersey. Not
Yeah,
wearing
no,
a
it
Celtic.
was-
I would not do it for money. It's just something that I can't do. It's something that I
like
can't
the Eels.
do.
It's like the Eels for you.
This is like the Eels on it's like the Eels for me.
It was literally
But this is like I would not wear any other NRL jersey. But when it comes to a basketball jersey, I'll wear everything,
except Celtics.
everything, except a Celtics jersey.
Or a
One
Lakers jersey when
year
Bronny's
they
active.
tried to make a Celtics jersey, the custom jersey for the fan, like for our for our rec league, you know. And I said, no, I'll leave the team. I'll leave the team over this, man. And they're still mad at me. But then a few of the other, because half the team goes to the Lakers too. Like, was it a nice jersey? If it wasn't a Celtics jersey, yeah. But I can't do it. I can't wear the green. But the fact of the matter is, and this is how I segue into this. I wouldn't even draft Jason Tatum because he's a Celtics player. I don't want Celtics players on my team. But this is how confident I was that Jason Tatum was going to prove everyone wrong and that he's got that. Like, Steve Kerr, this is your fault. This is your fault. Because, yeah, he didn't win Finals MVP because he didn't deserve it. He deserved to get minutes on that US team, and he was already mad after he didn't get Finals MVP, and he sort of stunk up the joint in the finals, low-key, compared to what we're used to from him. But this is Steve Kerr's fault. Steve Kerr was the guy that was the straw that broke the camel's back. He's the guy that has created a potential monster this year, and I saw this monster coming, and that's why I said, I know Lawrence hates the Celtics and Tatum, and he drafted Tatum, I'm pretty sure. So when I saw him get Tatum, I'm like, I know that I can get rid of him for a player a little bit worse, but around the same level because he doesn't want Tatum on his team. That's how I got him. And I just knew he was going to do shit like this. Did I expect this
Opening night.
game one, opening night
Ring ceremony.
against OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges? And no, I did not expect this.
A team, like, literally, it's not even a joke, like, the whole thing, the whole offseason is the Knicks are building a team to stop the Celtics. That's what the whole thing has been.
Yeah.
And they beat us by 30.
And you stopped them. You know what? The only thing
109.
The only thing you stopped them from doing was playing their starters in the fourth quarter because
And was breaking the record. That's
and-
the only thing you stopped.
and breaking the
record.
record. And
We
breaking
stopped
the record. But here's the thing: if they play their starters in the fourth quarter, they probably do break the record.
Yeah,
probably
100%.
smashed
They only didn't break the record because Luke Cornetto and like Sam Hauser, as good as Sam Hauser is, he just couldn't hit it. They couldn't finish the job.
Surely just
They
leave
put the white boys on.
Surely
bro.
just put somebody
They put
out
the
there just
white
for one
boys
more
on.
shot.
They
Like,
put-
the last shot of the game, they just wound the clock and
Nah,
showed
man,
respect
they
to the
don't-
Knicks. Come on, take the shot.
This is Joe
Break the
Mazzulla we're
record.
talking about, bro. He's not petty like that. He's not
Yeah.
gonna. If his team breaks the record, it's gonna be a legitimate way. You know,
Well,
he's an honest man.
Yeah, fair enough.
talking about broken jump shots, Mikal Bridges.
Oh, you're the crack. Arthritis.
He shoots, he shoots like he has arthritis or something. He's looking like he's in pain when he shoots his jump shot.
Yeah.
He's starting to look like he's in pain when he shoots his jump shot. And it just doesn't look natural. And I'm looking at this. Why? This is the question I asked.
I have a theory.
Go
I
ahead.
actually have a theory. So obviously he was traded from Brooklyn to the Knicks. They're both, New York-based teams. He had to cross the bridge. I feel like somebody stopped him, on that bridge on that border and was like, "Hey, the jump shot's not coming with you. You got to leave that shit. You got to leave it in Brooklyn," because he did not bring the jump shot with him at all. It's just I can't work out why did he change it. Like, it was a good jump shot. Everyone's saying, the one he had in Phoenix and somewhat in Brooklyn. He just why change it? You were signed to do that job.
Who's the shooting coach in the Knicks? Because you told me in preseason, we saw a video of his wacky jump shot, and you were just like, "What is this guy doing?"
And when you sent that video, I sort of dismissed it because I was like, "Oh, the ball's going. If it goes in the hoop, it's like I don't care what your jump shot looks like.
If it goes in,
if
the
it goes
hoop.
in, but it's not going in."
We were talking about LaMelo before. This guy. Nobody talks about his jump shot because it fucking goes in the hoop.
Yeah.
And Mikhail's jump shot wasn't always the best before. But there are players that have weird jump shots that they go in, bro.
Yeah.
Mikhail throughout history, his only bad shooting year was last year, and that's because he went from sitting corner and being third or fourth option to being the number one option.
Yeah.
Being the number one option, man.
Yeah.
When you're the number one option, you're the guy that defenses are scheming against. You're getting way more defensive pressure than the guy sitting in the corner.
Yep.
That's why his numbers went down. But it's like he's in his own head now after last year. And he's a good guy. I don't know why he's doing this, but...
It was so unwarranted.
And here's the thing is, I've always said this. He's not as good as a defender as people give him credit for. And I've said this from Phoenix. And if you look at his last year in Phoenix when they got absolutely cooked by... I think it was his last year in Phoenix when they got cooked by Luka, or was it the year after? But that season especially, where they got knocked out in the second round by the Mavs, he got absolutely cooked by Brandon Ingram the series before, and they nearly lost to Brandon Ingram and the Pelicans, bro, with no Zion. And then he got cooked by Luka Doncic because it's like anybody above 6'7" gets absolutely they get career highs against him and shit. They actually look comfortable when Mikal Bridges is guarding him. And Tatum yesterday looked comfortable as hell when being guarded by Mikal Bridges. He was just getting cooked in everything that they did, on ball, off ball, in a screen. Tatum cooked him. And I don't know. I just don't see anywhere, and I've seen nothing of 5 first-round picks worth of value.
And that's what I was going to bring
guy.
to you. Being a Knicks fan, obviously we're one game into the season, but it was the trade worth it in the end.
No, we can't say that.
I know,
It's
we're
one
one game.
game.
One game, but looking even just now, just 5.
If he
first
plays
round
like
picks.
that every week, obviously it's not worth it.
But if
every game,
he averages 25 and 2, are you going to say it was worth it? 5 first rounders,
That's
and then
where-
you get
yeah.
eliminated in the conference finals.
If we're not getting past the first round of finals, it wasn't worth it. And at where we are right now, I think we had the 2 big trades. We had the Bridges one and then the Cat one. And all the talk has been about the Cat one, who won the Cat trade, whatever. At the moment, it's looking like, hey, let's focus on the Bridges trade because it's who won that trade. We gave Brooklyn their entire future back. They still could be in capture the flag. And we've got a broken Bridges. And it's and obviously maybe the ball starts going in the hoop. I don't know. He's obviously got faith. He changed it for a reason. But through preseason and then this first game especially, it's something needs to happen fast for it to be worth it. Because as of right now, if you look at the form he's in right now and through preseason, it's not 5 picks. That is not 5 picks worth. It is worrying. It's very worrying.
Because you had the Nets picks, right?
Yep.
And that meant that you could have potentially been in capture the flag.
Yep.
And if you don't know what capture the flag is, it's basically like tanking for Zion or tanking for Wemby is now trying to capture the flag because of Cooper flag, you could have been in that race. And that guy looks like he's ready to make an impact right away. And he's going to be compared to Cooper Flag if the Nets end up with him.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the sad thing.
Yeah. And it's not even, and you've already mentioned the defense, but it's not even just the jump shot. It's the fact that we brought in, we already had OG, and then we bring in Bridges for this defense, and then we get absolutely cooked by this team that we sort of built to defend. And it's both sides of the ball that is worrying, but it's one game.
We have to understand this is one game.
And
I just have never really been the biggest fan of
This is their
Mikhail.
first game. Obviously, there's Brunson and Bridges. They played in college, whatever. But in terms of NBA together, this is that team's first game. There were a lot of changes through the off season, so it was always going to take time to gel. I think I was just more worried about Cat gelling in rather than Bridges, but it is what it is. I'm still confident Knicks, get at ease top 4 in the East, and I think it'll come together. Especially Cat, I'm very confident that'll come together.
Yeah.
And then hopefully Bridges pulls it together.
I'm sure Bridges will pull it together, but it's just, is he going to pull it together to provide you with 5 first-round picks worth of value?
Yeah.
Who knows? Only time will tell, but I highly doubted it at the time, and I'm sort of starting to doubt it a bit more now. Even though we've only seen a preseason 1 game out of this guy, that jump shot looks fucking whack.
Yeah,
He looks like he looks like he's in pain when he shoots.
Yeah, it's a weird jump shot.
And I just don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That's the most frustrating part about it is why did he change it?
Is it more like a comfortability thing?
Yeah, well, his celebration is like firing a weapon.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody in the fan is going to even flinch because there's no chance.
His blanks in that.
There's no chance he's hitting
It's
that
like the
shit
Joker,
out.
bro. He has bang coming out with the flag. But
And in his defense, and it's not very defendable, but the second half it looked a little bit better. So maybe time will tell, and I don't know. We just got to wait and see, really.
A little bit better against the second unit.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's
well, we move on
wait
to
and see.
We move on to the second game of the first day, the Lakers, where history was made. And they got a win. They finally got a win in the first game.
History was made, but if you blinked, you would have missed it. 'Cause there was only 3 minutes. And I just saw memes like, hey, Dad, pass me the ball. Yo, green FN. like LeBron James was so damn good. I know people are going to look at his stats and say, yeah, LeBron was pretty quiet, but for his he killed them, bro, on both ends. And I was very, very impressed with my Lakers. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect us to beat the Timberwolves at all. And we usually suck on opening night. I'm not going to lie.
Well, what's the record? How many games? It's
They haven't
2016.
won since Obama was president.
Oh, that's bad. So it would have been 2015 then.
2015. What,
Yeah.
that 8
Yeah.
years or something?
and
Crazy
Like,
stuff.
so we never win on opening night. Not on LeBron's debut against the Blazers. We just never win opening night.
And I just got to say,
and we cooked them.
I just got to say, shout out to ADOS, bro. He was giving you
Oh.
shit.
Bro, I was at work, bro. I was at work and I finished work and I'm opening 10 messages from Ados, the legend himself. All right. He's getting Nas tatted on himself. All right. That's a W. That's a real Timberwolves fan right there. But he's messaging me saying we got no chance. And even I agreed. We never win opening night. And
Especially with Bronny in the
it's meant to be all their attention's gonna be on Bronny. And for some reason I thought JJ was gonna be stupid enough to play him 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Thankfully he didn't. And he only played him 2 minutes, and then I'm like, all right. And what did I tell you, bro? He's gonna play 2 minutes. They'll get him one basket in the first couple of games, and then off to the G League you go, Bronny. You are not ready to contribute.
What'd you say? The Bronny James social experiment.
It's a publicity
Publicity
stunt, bro.
stunt.
The
That's
Lakers have
PR.
to. The Lakers know they're smart. Jeannie is like her dad, bro. All right, Jeannie is like her dad. All right, and knows what sells, and everybody's gonna want to watch Bronny James and LeBron James share a court. It will get everybody G'd up about the Lakers season. It will get everybody G'd up about LeBron and about opening night and about history being made. And then he served his purpose. They've cashed in on him. Off to the G League you go. And I think it's what's best for him. I think
He
saying
can't be in the NBA.
he's not ready for the NBA.
Is he even ready for the G League?
I don't know, but there's only way to find out. Only one way to find out, and that's to throw him in the G League and cook, bro. And I think he can do all right against the G Leagues. But let's see how he goes.
I want to give a shout out to his brother and LeBron's son because as they're entering the court, he's just on his phone. He wasn't even watching. What are you doing?
It's this is just another Wednesday at home,
He's just on his phone.
The
head
Bronny,
down.
the Bronny hate.
Girl was keen. She was excited.
Yeah, but now the Bryce James hate starts.
Yeah.
But that guy is.
He knows he's next.
Yeah, he thinks he's next, but man, I honestly think people are saying he's next up. He's going to be better than Bronny. Bro, I don't see that, and I don't even think Bronny was that good in general. like Bryce doesn't look good either. And I just think I cannot believe he's a 4-star recruit. He's the worst for 4-star recruit in the whole country. But you'll understand what I mean soon when you go and when he gets a bit older and more film comes out. Like that guy's he's nowhere near an NBA player right now.
Can't wait to watch.
But he's like 15. But like he's nowhere
yeah.
near the guys that will be NBA players at his age.
Yeah.
Let's talk about someone who did do well. Anthony Davis. He killed it. Double. You know, what do you obviously being a Lakers fan, you know, he has injury prone, you know, what are your thoughts first game in?
Me, bro, I've been saying like I've always been on the boat that after about like 2022, I was like, bro, just try and get rid of LeBron and start rebuilding. Like, and if you can build a young team around AD and you'll be a good job. But I've always been the thing, and even in 2020, I felt like Anthony Davis was like the best player on the team because he does a lot on offense, but without Anthony Davis, we have no defense. That guy is literally he's a like I cannot believe that guy does not have a defensive player of the year yet. It actually pisses me off.
I was about to say, like, we all predicted Wemby for that. I'm like, AD's just obviously it's one game, but he made a statement.
No, I think I was
and with
between
every other
those
one
two.
Getting injured and
I was between those two, but I just think Wemby is that good defensively, and he should have won it last year. And I'm like, I feel like Wemby's going to be even better this year, and I'm just like, you can't not give it to him if he's going to be even better than last year. He's just too tall.
Yeah.
And it's just so much easier for him to accrue defensive stats than everybody else.
It's also based on win percentage on the team, like or defensive percentage.
Yeah, well,
and that's why Minnesota were one of the best defensive teams of the year.
No, they were
year.
the best.
The best.
But when Wemby was on the floor, they were the best.
Yeah.
But when Wemby was off the floor, they were the worst in the whole NBA. So, like, I don't think you should give I just think people need to look. Even if you watch with the eye test, bro, players, if you ask every NBA player whether they're more scared of attacking the rim against Rudy or Wemby, every single one of them is saying Wemby.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Including Rudy himself. But we looked very good. We shot a lot of threes, okay? Played, we were really good, like, in the half court, but really good in transition too. Austin Reeves looked good. Rui Hachimura looked like a different player.
Rui was very good.
Rui was always good on offense, and I just feel like Darvin Ham always effed him around with shitty rotations. And JJ's rotations were better than Darvin's. Can they get better? Yes. But will they get better as he coaches more and knows what he has? Yes. Because I think Dalton needs to play some more minutes. Really like what I saw from him in like 15 minutes yesterday. Dalton Connect is the real deal. They call him Westside Connect or Connect 4. I'm going with Connect 4.
Connect 4.
I just like what I'm seeing from him. And a lot of people are saying we got like the best scorer in college basketball for under 17th pick. And we saw in the preseason him drop like 37 or 38. And I'm just seeing the willingness. There's zero hesitation to shoot it at will.
Yeah.
Similar to Michael Porter Jr. But I feel like he's just more of a natural basketball player. Like his feel for the game is just really good, and he's making the right play, whether it's a pass or a rebound or a shot. He just seems to be like locked in.
He has I feel like he has a lot of awareness, like sort of just said, where he's just unselfish, but he knows if it's time to shoot, he'll shoot.
Yeah.
If it's not, like he just has that good awareness.
But I think LeBron's really good with that, bro, because LeBron is like get the young fella a shot for sure, and he just. Look, we all know historically LeBron James and every other player that loves to drive to the basket is better when surrounded by shooters. In a team that had not the best shooting in the whole world. At times, I thought we had the worst shooting in all of modern basketball, and you know what I mean. And at one point we had Russ, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James in the starting lineup, and LeBron James was shooting more threes than everybody in the team, and that's not a recipe for success.
Yeah.
Now, Austin Reeves getting him involved a bit more. D'Lo looked like he was about to join Kenny Lofton Jr. and go to the Shanghai Sharks because he couldn't hit shit with his ugly-ass haircut. I don't know
Dwight Howard's calling.
Man, I'm just saying, like, if there's one guy that I will trade on this team, and like, D'Lo just seems to be a surplus to requirements. I feel like Austin Reeves, you play him in the same position, he'll be a better player, and then we can play guys like Dalton Connect more minutes, you know? Vando more minutes when he's healthy. And I just feel like I think we could get someone good for D'Lo now, and his contract is pretty easy to move.
Yeah.
I just think he would do better at another team, and we would get someone that can contribute to winning a bit more by getting a center or getting somebody that is a wing player, because Austin Reeves, I think, is a very good point guard, and I think he's a better player than D'Angelo Russell. Despite all of that, we still got to win against a really good team, Western Conference team last year.
Yep.
Julius, they look like they're making an adjust. They're going through an adjustment period right now.
100%.
And yeah, Anthony Edwards at times looked really good, but we just looked better the whole game.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis literally destroyed Rudy Gobert. Like, it was bad. Like, he pumped him.
Yeah.
He's not pumping Wemby. I'm sorry. And maybe one game, but like Anthony Davis, man, he did a really good job against Rudy. He was active on the boards on both ends. He was getting a ton of offensive rebounds, and the boys just looked really good. And I feel like we are a better team when AD is aggressive like that.
Yeah.
And he's got to play like he's going to be the number one scorer on the team, like he did last year. But I just feel like with a better coaching, with a little bit more shooting around these two, and they're definitely talking about playing Anthony Davis at the 4 more, and that's where he likes to play the most. He doesn't like playing in the center. And I was surprised with Jackson Hayes. Usually I think this guy's like an ass, but he looked really good.
Yeah.
Really good, and I feel like there's potential there. He only played like 10 minutes, but if he goes up to 20 and Anthony Davis playing more of the 4, I just feel like it's going to help our defense. And that's how we won in 2020 with AD at the 4. So can't wait to see more from this team, more from JJ. He's complaining already, even after wins.
I was gonna
nerd
say
shit, bro. Nerd shit, but nah.
we're moving to the first controversy of the week.
The
with
worn-in
the
balls.
worn-in balls. Now
It's not a controversy, man. That's how we know you're not a baller.
No,
It's actually valid, though. That's the thing.
Dude,
Like,
it
it's
is
actually
a
so
valid. It is a valid,
so
but
much better.
I
Pause.
understand that. But they've always played with brand new balls, and that's
Have you ever
It's
watched
time for
Rocky?
change.
Rocky 4?
I never watched Rocky.
Bro, he hasn't seen any movies.
Bro, I'm
He's
gonna
seen,
fucking
he's
deck this
seen
guy.
nothing, bro.
I could change. You can change. Everybody can change. And the NBA can change too. That's JJ Redick's right there, bro. Change it, bro. There's nothing wrong with giving it a little bit of change. It doesn't take much
it
to
improves
wear
the
in a
game.
ball. And it's going to make everybody feel like Paul George. Paul George plays the game like everything is, every ball he's using is a worn-in ball.
Look, I get
Bridges
that.
need some warning balls.
But
Bro, that guy...
Maybe that's the change of his jump shot.
That
He's
guy's
playing with
playing
new
like his
balls.
actual balls are worn in, bro. That guy's shooting the ball like it hurts in the groin when he lands and shit.
But then you get to the point of how worn in a ball is an okay ball. And, you know, you play I know JJ Redick is the coach and he's like making this, but he played in the league not too long ago. He also played with brand new balls.
Yeah.
So where
He thinks it's stupid. And JJ, if you watch JJ's a pretty smart guy, and he definitely thinks he's smarter than everybody around him.
He's got a
All right?
podcast.
He's got a podcast, bro. See, if you have a podcast, you're smarter.
That's
all right?
it's just
But
facts.
IQ points have just gone up.
JJ thinks that he's smarter than everybody, and he's gonna bring his big brain. All right, Heimerdinger. You played a bit of League of Legends, but I don't think you've run into Heimerdinger. He's like the Albert Einstein of basketball right now. All right, he's gonna bring in all this nerd shit. His analytics on steroids.
He's going to be the
But
Gus
listen,
Gordon.
I'm looking at stuff from him, and he's drawing up plays at timeouts. He's Darvin Ham's timeouts, bro. It's like he's a motivational speaker that knows nothing about basketball, bro. Like if you look at how Darvin Ham used to conduct his timeouts, it would just be generalities. His Darvin Ham's timeouts were literally the equivalent of lock in, boys. Lock in with his hands in his pockets. Lock in.
You can do it.
You can do it. Come on, boys.
Guys,
Brick
coach
wall.
is right.
Salute. I remember once he said, salute. Like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? All right, but
If you wanna win this, it's on us.
bro, literally everybody is locked into what JJ's saying, because it's like he's gonna tell everybody off if they don't listen to him, and he's drawing up plays every time out. He's drawing up a play, and you just know every play is just like honed in. Like, okay, I have to lock in, bro. You know what I mean? Like that, but he's not. JJ's not telling him to lock in. They're locked in by him coaching. Whereas Darvin Ham was such a hands off, blasé coach that he's having to tell people to lock in. And then they'll do good. Like, I'm telling you, man, Austin Rivers will play good for 7 minutes. He's hot. Darvin Ham would hook him for 15 minutes, bro. Like he has.
Hey, you're playing so good, you get a rest.
No concept, man. That guy looks. He better be. He looks like he'll be tired right now.
It reminds me
Resting.
of school touch footy where you score a try, you're off.
You
You got the hot hand, get off.
Darvin Ham has. Listen, man. He had mercy for the other team. All right. JJ's got no mercy. He's got that look in his eye, bro. And I'm happy with JJ. He's cooking right now.
I was gonna ask,
I can't
like-
wait to see
Yeah.
how it goes. But you listen to him talk about basketball, and he's knowledgeable. He knows his stuff. And if LeBron James out of is probably like top 5 in basketball IQ ever. All right.
Easily.
And if he respects you and respects your basketball IQ, you bet you would know something.
Yeah.
Because this guy has not respected so many coaches. I could go down the list. The biggest one being Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Like he had falling outs with Eric. I think that's part of the reason why he left the Heat. He doesn't respect a coach like Eric that has every other player's respect. Like some of the coaches he loves are doormats, all right, but he wants to respect it. He didn't respect David Blatt. He always had falling outs with Eric Spo, but he respects JJ. And that gives me some, this guy must know his stuff. This guy must be a good coach if LeBron wants him.
Yeah. If you're getting LeBron's approval, then it's like, yeah.
Like Tyronn Lue, amazing coach. It's just a shame that he's at such a useless, cursed franchise. But Tyronn Lue had his respect too. And I think that's valid. He's a mad coach. But I'm okay with JJ.
Yeah.
But let's see now, all right? Because I was okay with Darvin Ham when he first started. Because I was ready to run through a brick wall for that man. All right? Because he just seemed like he touched me with his fours, with his motivational speaking. All right? Darvin Ham touched me with his motivational speaking.
Oh, he's still talking about the balls?
Yeah. He touched me with his motivational speaking, but at the time, but then it got old
We need to sit
when the team wasn't being motivated, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you're taking PEDs and they're not working. Like Jared Mullen, taking performance-enhancing drugs and they don't even improve your performance.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
It's like the Eels when they were all on it. And it's just like,
Yeah, like,
they didn't
man,
win.
you
They
literally
a
won the
nines.
spoon, brother. You won the spoon.
So we move on.
Wait, I just want to. Let's get some warning balls. I just want to put that
Warning
out
balls.
there. Let's
Warning
not pick
balls.
on JJ
Yeah.
for wanting warning balls. It's a
Look,
good take.
Look, I know I understand the point of it's more comfortable because players train with warning balls and they always. I know, but every time a player goes onto the court, they've been doing it for ever since Michael Jordan was playing, man.
Flax-
And my point is how worn in does a ball have to be considered a warning
You're
ball?
right.
Just warn in.
How worn in does a
But
ball have to be?
Listen, man, he's right, but at the end of the day, okay, but it's going to be very hard to implement.
Because what?
And at the end of the day-
if the
Cricket, they do it in
76ers
cricket.
bring in warning balls that have been out in the sun for 10 days and, they're finally ready, and then the Lakers bring in warning balls that they've just, kicked around a few times. You lose that
They
consistency.
can do it
No,
like
they would
cricket
find
where they
a-
have
they
a
would
different
find a
ball for
way to
every
wear
inning.
it.
Get a bit of sandpaper.
They would get a machine that wears them out, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they would do it. They wouldn't get hey, shoot,
What if they hire-
shoot 21 shots and bounce the ball 42 times to wear this ball out? Because
Imagine
all the
being paid
power's
to
going to
do
be
that.
different of every bounce. So what they're going to do is they're literally going to get a machine that will bounce the ball and shit at the same PSI and RPM, and that's how they would do it. But as Lethal Shooter would say, it doesn't matter. If you could shoot, you could shoot. All right. So shout out to Lethal Shooter.
Imagine manually trying to wear in balls and you're being paid to
You're
bounce a
getting
ball.
paid,
42.
yeah.
How could it
Sign
be
me
that?
up,
Yeah.
bro.
Far out.
Bro, in 2 weeks, I'll have a handle like Allen Iverson. Bro.
You know that dude's getting paid millions as well.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, man.
You're getting paid cheap. I
That's
do
the
want to
dream.
say as well.
It's like the mop guys, bro. I want to be a mop
Exactly.
guy.
Bro, do you know how much
You get the
money
best
they're on?
seats in
Like-
the game. You get to watch. You get to watch the sweat of your favorite NBA players.
Yeah, man.
And you
They're
get
bottling
But-
that
but
up.
I
and
would've-
you get
know they're
paid.
bottling
Listen,
that
man.
up.
Listen.
It's like selling bathwater.
If Luka fell down, I'm not using the mop to knock it out. That's all I'm saying, bro. All right, that's the one player I'm like, and Lonzo, I'll be like, I'm going to use my tongue for this one, boys.
Let me speed a bit of this up.
I'd buy Jalen Brunson bathwater. Okay, there I said it. I do want to
I
say
reckon
as
it would
well.
stink, but he just looks like he stinks.
Yeah, that's valid.
comes from
I'm not
New
gonna
York.
argue.
New York.
I don't know, man. Yeah, stinky water.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah,
with that,
like Ratatouille, like, you know, like just, I don't know. That,
bit of a grot.
he just looks like, he probably isn't. He's probably very clean. But just look at him.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's got a little, like, tinge to him,
He's got
bro.
dreads and stuff. So like,
Yeah, like he's just
a bit dirty.
I don't know, man. Like it's just, I don't know. Just some place that, like Luka. I can smell Luka. Like I just know what he smells like.
What does he
He's
smell
gone.
He smells like when you play rugby, especially like, you know, that sweat smell, that like
I don't have a sense
really
of smell,
really
so
white.
I
Like
don't.
Drew Hutchison, I could smell Drew Hutchison. I know
I can only
exactly
imagine what he smells
smells
like.
like.
Yeah,
Like the guys I used to play league against that were like really white and they didn't wear deodorant before they
Yeah.
played, and they got that smell. It hurt. It stings. It doesn't sting the nostrils, but like it's a smell that's distinct. You know what I mean? Like you smell it and you're like,
You keep digging
he
yourself
played
a hole,
rugby
bro.
league.
Yeah.
Listen, man, and I just know Luka just when he's playing, bro. I know exactly what he smells like.
What
You're
the-
not getting this conversation in any other basketball but
This is the
podcast,
real
by the way.
analysis. Like,
This is the analysis
player
that you
of the
guys
year.
want to
Who
see.
smells
This
like
is something
that?
that Stephen A. Smith don't
Who do you
cover.
guys reckon smells the nicest, bro?
I think Luke, like, I actually understand what you're saying. Luka, like, for reference,
But
I don't have a
Europeans
sense of
don't
smell.
care about that shit.
I don't have a sense of smell, so I don't know what.
What do you
smell-
mean?
bro? I can't smell.
You have a fucking nose, bro.
But I can't smell. I was
That's
wondering
not
if it's
normal,
smell.
bro.
I know, I'm not normal.
That's one
I'm
sense-
left-handed and I can't.
And he goes
smell.
to
That's
the
the
Knicks.
equivalent of being blind through your nose.
Mate, I
Have
know,
you like?
okay,
Can
I
you
know.
like go to the doctor or something?
Why? You know, like.
But what do you mean why? If I lost one of my senses and I couldn't fucking hear,
I don't know what smelling's like though. I don't know how good it is. So
What do
it's
you
like,
mean you don't know what smelling's
I can't
like?
smell.
Breathe now. Breathe now.
What's it smell like?
I don't know. Like I'm telling you
Look,
right now,
is
I
this
can't
long-
smell.
Go on these armpits. No, I can guarantee.
Bro, do you want me to do it? I'm
Look,
telling
look,
you.
we're gonna-
I'm telling you, I
Look,
can't
this
smell.
is an
Bro, what do
NBA
you mean? But I
podcast.
put on deodorant before I came. It's gonna smell like whatever Rexona smells like.
Bro, I'm like, and
So when you, so you're telling me,
yes.
because my mate says the same thing. I'm like, what do you mean you,
You know,
can't smell?
Tom Birmingham, Hello Sport, he can't smell either.
But why?
You know the sniffing
Don't-
salts. He does the sniffing salts. Can't smell.
What do you mean he fucking hits him hard as well?
Yeah, because he can't smell it though. It hits him like in the brain.
So, okay, so there's wiring wrong, bro.
Yeah, there is.
Don't you
I'm
ever
not
think-
trying to deny that. Okay,
But don't you
I'm
ever?
not
But why
normal.
don't you do anything to fix it?
Because
you
I
don't
d-
live in America,
But why-
bro. It's
why fix
free.
it? What am I?
It's free, bro.
But I don't know what I'm achieving from fixing it.
You
'cause I
can
don't,
smell.
But I don't know what smelling is like.
Well, don't you want to find out?
But what if it's like I
What
don't
do you
know?
mean,
Is it
what
that good? Is
yeah,
it
it's
worth
not,
fixing?
It's not going to be good in the toilet, but it's going to be good when
You
someone's
wouldn't get
cooking
this on any
bacon.
other NBA podcast.
When
that's the
someone's
thing.
frying up bacon and when someone's like making dessert and when some, you know what I mean, and when you walk outside and you go into the flowers, bro.
I don't like. I just.
You don't know what that
I have
shit's-
no frame of. I don't know.
Bro just doesn't smell.
I can't. I like. I'm.
So then, why are you talking about who you reckon smells
well,
the
I'm
best?
going off what they look like.
You don't even, you don't,
off what they look like
but you don't
they
even know
smell.
what smelling is, Winston.
Yeah, but I'm just going off what they look like. They
let's
smell.
just get rid of your nose at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind reducing.
Look
I
like
might go to
Voldemort.
Turkey. I might go
Look
to
like
Turkey.
Voldemort, bro.
So,
Anyway.
NBA.
Anyway, yeah.
Today.
What we're going to talk about next?
are we
What's
going
next?
next?
Oh, Hornets versus Rockets. But LaMelo, I reckon he smelled good. But the Rockets defended him in the second half like he smelled like shit because they didn't want to go anywhere near him. That man, I'm telling you, man. Who did I put as my Smokey again, boys? Who did I put as my
Hornets.
Smokey?
Hornets,
And
And you were. And to
It's
your
we're
credit,
one game in.
You were on the
just saying.
Hornets.
They
before
won
the
by 5
preseason
points.
I'm
started.
just saying,
He was
man,
on them before the
it's
preseason
all, you know when
started.
all the blocks fall into place, brother. You know when you're building everything in Tetris, yeah? You're building all of the lines except you're leaving one line for when you eventually get two fucking eyepieces.
You know what the final
And
pick-
these are the two eyepieces
Tetris podcast.
have come. All they need to do is just stay healthy. Just stay healthy. And of course, how did they start off? Extremely good. And Brandon Miller absolutely yammed it on, I think it was Şengün. Like that guy actually might be more athletic than Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges! That's all I hear in my head. Eric Collins is yelling in my head. And then he got injured and then disappeared. But they complete the comeback. LaMelo Ball leading them. But the unsung hero, and I owe this man, well, how much did I win from fantasy last year? This guy came in so clutch for me last year. Trey Mann, The millisecond that man was traded to the Hornets, I brought him out of waivers and put him in my team last year, and he balled out. And man, Brandon Miller got injured, and then I think we're in a position now where a star might have been born. Because out of the 24 points that Trey Mann had, I think I was about to that sheet had me erect for every one of them. Because it wasn't just 24 points. It was 24 of the nicest, smoothest looking points you will ever see in your life. That guy was crossing up everybody left, right, and center. They could not stop this man. And as good as LaMelo Ball was and the rest of the team was, brother, Trey Mann was I come out of that game thinking, brother, this guy, he might not start and he might not play big minutes, but brother, when he plays big minutes, I'm going to love watching this guy. And I said that last year, and I said that when he played for OKC, but I never saw handles like this when he was at OKC. This guy was just looking like a 6'1" or 6'2" Paul George with AI. He was looking like AI, bro, with the long ass shorts and the cornrows and the headband and the handle, bro. I even told Sui in the group chat, like, bro, watch this guy. You're going to love this guy. He's literally baby AI.
Yeah. I was going to say, you ever see those on TikTok, those Paul George edits of like the smoothness? Do you reckon there will be Trey Mann
There will
edits?
be Trey Mann.
Wham bam.
Trey Yam.
Trey Mam. Trey Graham.
Can't talk about it.
But man, watching him, it was like I was on a Trey Graham, bro. That's how the man, that was. We're going to see edits of this guy now. I already saw one edit with him and AI like, he's the man. He's literally the man. You know Aloe Black, the song, The Man?
Yeah.
It was about Trey Mann, bro. It was about Trey Mann. All right, that man is one beautiful player to watch, and if they're the
what do you
only,
reckon he smells like?
Oh, he smells like roses. He smells like Dior Sauvage mixed with roses, bro. He smells like how I imagine the Burjami perfume smell like, the guy on TikTok. The Rockets did look good too. Jalen Green looked good, especially in the fourth quarter. They were leading big. Şengün looked really good in the first half. For some reason, he was like benched for a lot of the fourth. Bro, the thing with Şengün is, as good as he is, and I did draft him before I traded him for Tatum, the thing with Şengün is he plays like he just ate a big meal and he's sluggish. Like he plays like he's like an uncle. Like I don't know how to describe it. like he's so damn good at what he does, but it looks like he's playing with a full stomach. Like, I reckon there's another level he could go to. I don't know why I feel this way. He's getting
a Big Mac feast
but like,
with the grimace shake just before the game.
He looks a step slower than what I would imagine he would be. And like, I don't know how he does it. He just plays like he's full. I had a Christmas dinner and he's like this close to falling asleep and he's just playing basketball in the yard. You know what I mean? But man, he got the job done. The guy had like 10 and 12 in like the first quarter. Absolute machine. And I think they're going to be really annoyed that they lost, but I do think the Rockets are going to be a good team this year.
I was going to say, moving into that kind of aspect, obviously you have Charlotte as your Smokies. Where do you see Rockets? They're not in the capture the flag race? They're like,
no, bro. They're in the playoff race. Like I think they'll probably be like around where Memphis is, maybe even a little bit better.
Really?
Because they still got...
I wouldn't have that high.
Yeah, I think they'll be better. I think they'll...
I got Memphis as a Smoky though.
Yeah, no, I think they're better than Memphis, low key.
Wow. I don't think.
I think if they versed each other, Rockets would mop the floor with them in that matchup.
Really? I just don't.
I don't think none of them
are
are stopping Şengün. No one on that team is stopping Şengün. I don't care about JJJ. I don't care. The guy's injured half the season. I think if Edie works out and he makes an instant impact, yeah, I'm gonna be I understand the Memphis Smoky shit, but like I don't really rate Ja that high, and I think like he's just not the best shooter in the world, and not a lot of these guys.
Some people would argue differently.
Sorry, on the basketball court, off the court. Listen, I can't say I've seen him shoot gunshots accurately, but he definitely loves flaunting them around. All right, but nonetheless, let's see how they go. Like Bane is good. They did have the worst injury crisis I've ever seen a team have last year.
That was
and look, man, I think they can be a good team, but I'd like the Rockets a bit more. I don't know. I just feel more confident in them, and I think like Jalen Green has really started to like. I don't think the thing that happened after like the spurt in form happened just because he had a kid. I think the guy's just actually broken out. and Udoka's bringing the best out of him after he was absolutely stinking up the joint in the first half of last season. I think he's actually turned his career around and he looked really good today. And he's just looking very confident in his abilities. And with Dylan Brooks and with Amen Thompson and with like Steven Adams, and they've actually got a really good defensive team around him. Fred VanVleet, that guy couldn't hit anything until the last 5 minutes of the game. But he's going to be a lot more consistent throughout the season. I think I actually like them more than Memphis.
I still can't have them that high. Like, I just don't think that. I don't see the oomph in their team. You know, like with obviously you got like a potential, like I would say superstar in Ja Morant. You have Edie if he works out. Like we'll move on to the rookies soon, sure. But I think just. You know, they still have Bane. They still have a good amount of players that have that oomph in them.
I saw like Marcus Smart a little bit as well. I feel like.
Yeah,
but I feel like I don't think he'll be there for much longer.
No,
you reckon?
There was already talks about him going to youth.
Yeah, true.
And he's injury prone, and and like I think his contract's pretty big.
I think it is.
Do you really want I feel like they're gonna. I think Memphis are one more player away.
Yeah.
Because I think
but
I know they made a little bit. They made a few deep runs, or semi-deep runs, but I just think they're one player away. And I feel like the Rockets are growing, like they're developing those players. I feel like the Memphis right now, I don't think anyone, you already know what they're going to get from Bane and JJJ and stuff like that. I just think they're looking for one more guy that can just put the ball in the net, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's all they're lacking. They have a really roster of good players, decent players, but they're missing that one guy that can put the ball in the hole, bro.
And there's not really anyone where you're looking, going, okay, he's going to be that guy. We're at the Rockets.
And at the Rockets, they got Fred VanVleet. They got Reed Shepherd. If he turns out to be like a decent scorer, I think that's like that. Reed and Steven Adams are like the two pieces that were missing last year. I think another big inside presence that can pass the ball, get rebounds, bring toughness, experience, and then Reed bringing that put the ball in the hole mentality in, like just another player that can put the ball in the basket. Stop laughing. All right, you can't fucking smell, cunt. Speaking of smelling, the Clippers absolutely stunk up the joint.
Look, I don't even.
And so did James Harden, low key, in the first half. Second half, he sort of started to make a comeback.
He still ended up with like a double,
29,
nearly a triple double, bro.
20, yeah, I know. What do you think I traded for him? Because I had a feeling that with Kawhi out, it's going to be now it's his time to shine again, you know. He's been playing second and third fiddle to everyone else. Now it's his time to be that number one guy again.
From my kind of thing, you know, like I don't even think that it was just us that stunk. I just thought that whole game stunk. Like even the Suns, they all kind of.
Yeah, what did I say? Both teams are not that good.
Yeah.
They should be better. At least the Suns should be better. You guys, I just don't see it.
And just watching a Clippers with no picks and no Paul George and Kawhi that's on the bench, not even on the bench, is just sitting down.
In street clothes.
Yeah, in street clothes. Like, it's kind of hard to see. Like, we can't even be in that capture the flag race because we have nothing to capture.
Yeah, that is looking like one of the worst trades of all time.
Absolutely.
Because you gave away the better player, right, like for the last 2 or 3 years, and then now the next 10 years, and you have no picks.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna make them stronger.
And for me, look, I watched majority of the game. I was at work, but I did see some potential, like where if Kawhi was in the team and maybe in the back end of the year, maybe we could potentially make the play-ins. You know, I don't think we're that bad. I just feel like we just need the chemistry without Paul George. We don't have that spot-up shooter that we had last year. We don't have that sort of reliability in another shooter yet. And I feel like when we find our pace and when we find that shooter, like I feel like we'll be fine, in my opinion, at least. And
but the problem is in the NBA, there's no worse position to be in than being fine.
Yeah.
And because especially like you either want to be contending or tanking.
Yeah.
That was always the Sam Hinkie mentality. Being mediocre is not where you want to be at unless you have great recruiting, like the Heat. And the Heat were able to bring the most out of their draft picks and undrafted players for the last few years. I know this year they're not looking too good,
fresh.
but we're one game in. We do have
Well,
to.
and I know you say that, but being mediocre isn't always a bad thing because I feel like, for me at least,
Clippers fan mentality.
That's like,
Clippers
bro.
fan mentality. Being mediocre is okay.
What a sad brag.
Let me explain.
That is depressing.
No, because if we can build up some of our players, we can build up enough to even trade away and get our future back. Do what the Nets did with the Knicks, and get a few first round picks. Try maybe not get rid of Harden, but try find someone to move on. I don't think it's Kawhi. We just re-signed him, but just find some way to get at least a pick or two back.
So we all know Steve Ballmer isn't opposed to trading away somebody he just re-signed. He did that with Blake Griffin, and I could see him doing it again.
I don't see.
And I think if you're gonna trade, I think if you're
who's gonna take Kawhi?
if you're smart, many teams would.
Heaps.
But he wouldn't have a lot of value if he's injured, and he wouldn't have a lot of value unless he can go a season and play at a high level. But a lot of teams I think will trade for James Harden.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think you can get a pick for old mate. And I know there's plenty of dumb franchises outside.
I mean, if Mikal Bridges can get 5 picks, I'm sure that they can get a few.
Kawhi would get like 1 pick. I think the good thing with Mikal Bridges is the guy hasn't missed a game in 5 years, bro.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And like the best ability is availability.
Yeah.
Look, he's one of the worst clutch players of all time, in my opinion. Or at least playoff clutch players. James Harden.
And that's
historically, he's always let his team down
Tends
for
to
the most
fuck
part. But he's pretty alright at game winners but
that's what we missed.
He's had moments.
Like you look at the scorer he is, you'd expect him to have way more crazy late game moments.
Yeah.
And that's what we missed with Kawhi, because Kawhi is that type of player that can, in the big moments, just get the shot that needs and just be in a calm state when it's high tensions. And just him being out, we're not going to have those games every time it comes down to an overtime or game winner. We're going to buckle, because James Harden isn't really the player that can do that other than Kawhi, and I don't see anyone else currently on the team that can.
Kawhi's a closer.
Yeah, he's a closer.
He is.
And speaking of closers, I think the Nets might low key have one because he nearly did a team act today, bro. Cam Thomas and the Nets. He had a terrible start. This game was just memes today, like in our group chat, in our fantasy group chat. We had a guy that picked Ben Simmons with the 7th pick.
Shout out to Gary Wong.
No, Lonnie.
Oh, Lonnie. Oh,
Lonnie
I saw Gary Wong's comments.
Lonnie picked Ben Simmons with like that 7th or 8th round draft pick and was saying after 4 minutes, see, you all laughed at me when I picked Ben Simmons. He had like 3, 4, and 2 in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. And the guy finished with like 6, 5, and 8, bro.
Yeah.
Like he did nothing for the rest of the game pretty much. He's just the Eastern Conference Draymond Green that gets injured way more. He gets injured instead of getting suspended. And then he made fun of me for picking Cam Thomas like 3 picks ahead of Ben Simmons and laughing at me saying he was 0 4, 0 5 or whatever. And then it is the definition of speaking too soon, I think.
He early crowed it.
And, pardon?
He early crowed it.
He early crowed it
massively.
after 3 minutes. Like, we're
3
only
minutes.
crowing shit after 1 game. He early crowed it after just 3 minutes. Now, what did Cam Thomas decide to do in the second half, and the fourth quarter especially? Game was pretty much cooked. But Cam Thomas just said, give me the ball, get out of the way. I'm not passing this.
Yeah.
Not passing it,
Yeah.
bro. Cam Thomas does not have a pass button on his controller. All he has is square, the shoot button. But man, he turned into like T-Mac, Kobe Bryant, doing crazy stuff in the fourth quarter. The game was lost, bro. But in the last 2 minutes, he hit like 3 threes, brought it to within 2 points. And every 3 was like he just flipped the switch and he could score. Now, I drafted this guy thinking, man, he's going to be streaky, but man, if he works out, he's going to be shooting pretty much, he's going to be shooting 25 shots a game.
Yeah.
And if this is the clip he's going to hit them at, he's going to have a very good season this year. Now, he's going to have a good season, and then the Nets are going to try and lose every game possible, but he looked damn good in that second half. And if he can just be a little bit more consistent and be a little bit better playmaker, he's going to be a really good player for a long time in this league. And shout out to Cam Thomas. The rest of the Nets didn't look too good, but I think that's their plan because they want Cooper
They're
Flag.
capturing the flag.
Do you think they at some point move from Cam Thomas, or they're building?
Well, here's the thing. They didn't re-sign him. They, like 2 days ago or 3 days. Sorry to cut you off. I know you're like 3 letters or 3 words away from finishing a sentence. And I'm just predicting what you're going to say. But they didn't renew his contract. They couldn't reach an agreement, which means he's off contract, unrestricted free agent next year, which means he's going to go ballistic this season. Like, I was already keen on him, thinking he was going to sign an extension. And when he didn't sign the extension, I'm just licking my lips right now because he's going to try and inflate every one of those numbers to get a bag.
Yeah.
When big money's at stake, he's going to be looking to secure every dollar. He doesn't want to end up like Isaiah Thomas. So,
very, very early prediction. Obviously, probably doesn't go back to Brooklyn. Where's he go?
I just think Memphis.
Memphis.
I said, what did I say before?
Yeah,
they need a guy that's going to put the ball in the basket. I'd low-key think it could be him, like but the thing is, he's just got to be happy with coming off the bench. And I don't know if he's going to be happy to come off the bench when he's averaged 27 points a game, which is not what I'm projecting, what ESPN is projecting.
Yeah.
So he could go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think it's as simple as picking one team. I think there'd be a lot of teams looking at him.
You could use a shooting guard, you know?
Yeah.
One has a broken jump shot. You got one that can fix it.
Yeah, but
you traded for the wrong player, bro.
Maybe we just need to trade with the Nets again and just trade for Bridges' jump shot back. I don't want another player. Just give us a jump shot back.
Bridges lost it and Cam Thomas.
No, bro.
Yeah,
bro. Just refund it, man. Just refund it. Get your 5 fixed.
Yeah. And send us
Cam
Did you do it within 90 days?
Man, if he can just be a bit more consistent, he's going to cook, bro.
Yeah.
He'll be a good player, and I think it's anybody's game. It's going to be whoever's willing to pay him. I could see a team like that play fast, like the Pacers getting him, but it just depends on what he wants because nobody ever wants to go to the Pacers. Nobody ever wants to go to the Pacers because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, literally.
And
Poor Caitlin
Chicago, who knows, man? They got 50 guards, but who knows? But that's the thing. And I think he knows that he has an opportunity to get a big payday.
That's where he'll go. Whoever throws the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Money trumps all. And especially when this is life-changing money. This is like changing the lives of him and every generation of children that's going to come after him. So he's not playing around. That's why he's in my team. Vic Optimus Prime.
Such a... I don't know where I stand with the name. Is it good? Is it bad? I feel like it's a good name.
Vic Optimus.
Vic Optimus
It's an
Prime.
intimidating name.
Here we go. We'll put it in the story. Vic Optimus Prime. How's the name? Is it?
I drafted Victor Wembanyama second, bro, over my favorite player in the whole league. Only because Luka. The only reason I did it is because Luka has a 2-game playoff week again. Victor does not.
Fair enough. We'll move on to. I'd say we'll skip the second last one. We'll move on to the last one.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, rookies, man.
Well, they all suck today.
Bro, they went missing, and when I went missing, did they even get drafted? There was no one that.
I think they all showed up just in their suits and their flat caps.
Bro, what's going on,
showed up
bro?
with their fathers.
Yeah.
So what? Rob Dillingham didn't even play. That's just criminal, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I think there's an argument you can say he's a better player than Mike Conley right now, and he didn't play against the Lakers. They could have definitely used him, especially when they were sort of down big. Then Zach Edey played was in foul trouble within 2 minutes of the game, and was played 12 minutes overall, and had 4 fouls. He was just in foul trouble the whole time.
Yeah.
And this is against a team that's not the best offensively speaking. So it's a bit worrying, but it's one game. Donovan Clingan played 10 minutes. He wasn't even in foul trouble. They just didn't play him. I was just why? Reed Shepherd didn't look too good. The number 1 pick looked ass. The number 2 pick's probably going to look ass tomorrow.
Yeah.
What did Zachary shoot? 1 of 7?
Yeah.
Rishashe? I don't even if I'm not learning the number 1 pick's name,
that's when you know it's okay.
Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels looked 10 times better than him today.
Yeah.
Are we Australians? Yeah. But still, there's something wrong with the rookies. Everybody was saying this draft class sucks, but they might actually really suck.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. I do want to talk about a couple of things. The Aussies had a couple of Aussies play today. I think Landale played for the Rockets, looked not the best. Josh Giddey didn't really play too well today, but the Bulls got the win, right?
No, they lost.
Did they lose?
They lost to the Pelicans, 123
Oh, they
to
lost, sorry.
112.
My bad. Yeah, I've got mixed up.
That's all right.
There's so many games today.
But what about? I want to give a stat. I said this before we started. There's only been one team this whole season so far that has scored less than 100 points. Every game is in triple digits, which I think is great. Like every team, not every game, sorry, every single team except Heat, who got 97, so pretty much 100.
Yeah.
Very high scoring, very low defense.
The Hurricane Duel.
Yeah.
The Florida Hurricane Duel, bro. Wait, what was it? A 30-point loss or something?
It was.
They got pumped.
It was 19 point loss, so
19.
not too bad, but
It's bad, but
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Maybe if you're a Clippers fan, it's not too bad.
hey,
But
look,
Well, he likes
But,
mediocrity.
hey,
we're
Yeah.
glass up full time.
that's not me. That's beyond me. That's
Look,
you're
who
looking-
has
you're-
the newest
you're
stadium?
sneaky.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
wow.
I thought.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
newest stadium doesn't mean empty. Just like the Staples were when you guys played there, and the Forum when you guys played there, and it's just always going to be empty. No Blake Griffin to sell tickets now, brother.
That crowd's going to falter, Flax.
Yeah, no, you can't falter if you're not even there. You can't falter if you're not even there, bro.
It's true.
Listen, man.
Mediocre.
But Dyson Daniels, my last pick, played 35 minutes today, looked very, very good. Want to see him more in the Australia team.
Yes.
I don't know,
yes.
Gorgian's gone, thank God. I would love to see more of Dyson Daniels in the team.
I'm still getting over Matisse being snubbed.
I know. We're still all getting over it as a nation.
I know.
He got, and then Gorgian, if it was, the sacrifice was worthy because now Brian's gone.
True.
And we can get an actual good coach in. Please not Brett Brown, but like an actual good coach.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. But Dyson looked good. And if we're an Australian podcast here. We want to talk about the Aussies. Ben, look, at least he was back.
Ben played.
At least
Ben
he
was
played
played.
the game.
Look,
He
Ben
played
touched the
game.
court. We're happy for
Ben Simmons played.
And he's not an Australian, but you know who else touched the court today? Lonzo Ball. What a sick cunt, bro.
Hey, he played in the NBL.
That's
LaMelo.
Sorry.
I just heard ball. Okay, I got excited.
All right.
I heard ball.
Born
I was
in
thinking
ball.
Australia.
Man, what is it
My
with
bad.
balls today, by the way? That's been a major talking point. But shout out to my boy Lonzo Ball. He was actually good today.
That's his first NBA game in 8
First game in like
1200
nearly
something.
3 years, bro.
crazy.
I got injured 6 weeks after him, and I'm still not back.
So you're going to be back in 6 weeks?
Hopefully, but I don't. But his
Math
injury was
checks
like
out.
way worse than mine. So, but shout out to Lonzo. I know he's on a minutes restriction, but he still looked good.
What did he smell like?
Roses, but you don't even know what a rose smells like.
I don't.
If I punch you in the nose, do you reckon you'd be able to smell that?
Does that smell?
I don't know, but maybe it will unblock
Or like
something.
you fix it.
Yeah.
Well, my nose is crooked on the inside. I think that's what the issue is. The
Well,
what's
you know,
it
just-
called? Septum?
Time to go to Turkey, brother.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. It is.
Chicken kebab, Abi.
I'll wait for the haircut to go.
All right.
The hairline.
Two birds with one stone.
Exactly.
Because like Moses is looking good right now, bro. So, like Mahmoud's brother,
Yeah.
Mahmoud got his teeth done. Moses got the hairline transplant. His hair's looking real good right now. But I don't think your hair's gonna go, bro.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. You never know, man. We're only one game in.
Yeah, that's it. Well, my granddad had a receding hairline, so usually it's genetics. but-
Yeah.
He'll be getting sponsored by Macca's very soon.
Sponsored.
Flax is faltering towards the end of this
Oh, he's
podcast.
faltering and
I've become a trooper.
And
a
we're
clipper.
just yapping right now,
Yeah,
but that's
it's
pretty much
time
all
to
we
wrap
got for today.
Look, we got 4 games tomorrow. Do you want to end off with a few tips? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
let's
not-
go. Let's
By the
go.
time this airs, the games will be over, so the listeners can see if we were right or
Yeah.
wrong as well.
Yeah, let's Oj.
All right, so we got the Celtics versus the Wizards. I'm just going to go ahead and we're all going to say Celtics by like 40.
Can we guess?
Wizards.
Can we just predict how many air balls Kyle Kuzma is going to shoot tomorrow? I'm going to say 1.
I'm going to go a soft 2.
I'm going to go 1.
How many air balls?
Yeah.
I'll go, 1.
But I'm thinking, Celtics dominate.
gotta
They
be.
might not even play their first squad. They might even just chuck the get some 3-point shooters.
I think that
practice.
3-point record is in danger tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think I
That's
might
true.
keep that record graphic
Poor
ready to
Bilal,
go.
poor Bilal Koulibaly, bro. They're gonna run him around he's gonna be running around like a headless chicken, bro.
The next game we got is actually a game I'm interested to watch. Is the Spurs versus the Mavericks. Now,
This was
is,
opening night last night. Like this was their first game last year as well.
Now this is a second-year Wemby. We should have Luka, Kyrie, and Clay on the field all at the same time, so that will be interesting.
On the field.
On the
On the
court.
court, sorry,
Faltering.
my bad. I'm excited to see what.
No,
Wemby does.
this should be a very exciting game. I agree. I think lots
this is
of
game
stars
of
to
the,
watch
I think
as well.
this is game.
I think
Game of the
Or
day.
actually, no.
no, I'm going with the Mavericks here. I'm thinking if Luka
Mavericks at home,
if Luka plays, they're gonna win. If he's even remotely injured, I wouldn't even play him. But it's
Is he in
opening
doubt,
night.
is he?
He's sort of he was like day to day or like
Yeah,
they're on a week to week basis after the
I mean,
preseason.
looking at the
Yeah.
fantasy lineups, I felt like 90% of the players were
Oh,
day to
damn.
day.
No, but
I
he
like,
was
where are
he
they?
was the first injured player in preseason.
Yeah.
So I think he will play, and I think he'll dominate and win because Jeremy Sochan, I don't really like. He's really the only notable wing or perimeter defender they have. So
Yeah, I'll go Dallas if Luka's playing, but I'm going to go Spurs if he's out, to be honest.
I agree.
I think I'm excited to see how Spurs go this season.
I think Mavericks at home will get it done. The Timberwolves versus the Kings.
The what?
I'm going to say the
Faltering.
I thought I was going to say something else. Bro.
Knicks. Come on.
Timberwolves and Kings.
Yeah.
Surely Timberwolves.
I think Timberwolves bounce back.
Yeah,
here.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Kings.
We do have a DeRozan Kings now.
I'm
Is he
going the
playing?
Kings here. Yeah, I think he is playing.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm going to go to Timberwolves. And this is what I actually think the game of the day is the Thunder versus the Nuggets. Now, this is a team that you put in high regard with the Thunder. And
Where is it?
It's in the air. It's in
It's in Denver.
It's in Denver.
I'm going Denver for that reason.
I'm going
Altitude.
I'm going Denver altitude. Everybody's still getting up to speed, but I think Denver are going to be really conditioned, and they always start the season well. I'm going to go Denver.
Yeah, I think Denver.
And no Hardenstein, I think is going to be a big loss.
Yeah,
My boy.
because he wouldn't be starting anyway. But off
I
the
think it'd be
bench.
starting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he'll start.
They're paying
You
him
reckon?
$31 million a year, bro. He's starting. They will even Chet in his podcast said he's expecting to play the 4.
Crazy times in the NBA. You never
He's
know.
good.
What, he's a
But-
stretch 4. It actually makes more sense.
Crazy.
But yeah, no, I think Denver. I'm excited to see.
I think OKC is a better team, but I just think at the start of the
This matchup-
season,
Too young,
when you're
you know,
still
in
getting
the-
conditioning
Yep.
and you don't have the center that you paid $31 million for against Jokic and and the Nuggets team are going to be the most well-conditioned team in the NBA. They're going to start strong.
Yep, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, I think.
Will we cook?
I think Thunder better team over the season, but yeah, Nuggets win this game.
We'll get a graphic set up. But boys, anything else we got before we wrap up?
If anyone wants to sponsor the podcast and fix my nose, reach out.
And if anybody wants to sponsor the podcast and fix Mikal Bridges' jump shot,
Yeah, what
DMs
needs
and
to be
emails are open.
And if anyone wants to get us a Bronny James jersey for Fred to wear
Do
next
not
week,
spend your money. That will be just give it to charity, bro.
Look,
at
we'll
this
do a
point.
trade. We'll give you a James for a.
Listen,
Bronny.
man, they could. No, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to say that one. So we'll put it on. That's how much that guy stinks, bro.
Oh man.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Well, sorry that the podcast is a bit late.
Yeah.
We were meant to say something.
We should have
It's
said
my
that at the
fault.
start.
I'll put my hand up. I was just at work till very late.
But in my opinion, I think it worked out better because we got to see
Yeah.
a few of the games. So yeah, we will be back to normal programming on next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And as always, if you made it to the end, bing bong in the comments.
Bing
Let us know
bong.
you got to
Bong.
No,
the
we're gonna
end.
change it up because they might be.
Yeah,
they might
bong
guess that.
bing. Bong bing.
Bong
Because
bing.
people catch on, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. There were bing bongs in the comments as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now bong bing.
Bong,
Bong
bing.
bing.
Bong bing. All right, let's try it.
Let's
I don't know why I
try.
said let's
Nothing.
That's how I wrap my orange peelers.
Mikal Bridges. Nothing but net.
Bing bong.